Hey guys, welcome back. BDC Air here. We're back with our weekly recap for the week of May 17th, 2018. The current character challenge is for Darkseid, not the good one, unfortunately, not Apocalypse.
That's his official name.
Yeah. And so that's a repeat, so that's just a 1 week long challenge. And the required characters are Cyborg, Catwoman, and Black Adam. So those are bronzes, and then Black Adam is silver if you're looking at the kind of cheapest or easiest way of getting them.
Yeah, and even though he's not a great character, you know, it's not a bad way to grind. Sell off the copies you don't want.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you haven't unlocked him yet, it's good to at least get him in your store at the bare minimum. And if you have, one of the most efficient ways to get credits.
Yeah.
If not the most efficient way. Multiplayer online, we have Ancient Katana, which becomes the Soul Taker sword.
Yeah, it's an excellent piece of legendary gear. The damage drain is really useful during the later stages of Survivor when the opponents have huge damage stats. And I'll say that if you're not using it Survivor, it's good. It's not that legendary, right? Because the unblockable chance is decent. It's higher than the other not character-specific one that you can get with the custom pistols.
Yeah.
Or a custom rifle, actually, when you've fully maxed it out. So that unblockable chance is good. The life drain on Special 2 is okay, but the damage drain really makes very little difference against opponents that have damage that's close to yours. And the other two abilities aren't attractive enough for us to use in our typical non-survivor loadout.
Yeah, and you can see why damage drain isn't as good if you just look at the numbers. Because 15% for each defeated enemy, that's at the most 30%. Because once you beat the third enemy, you've won the battle.
Right.
And so if they've got like similar stats to you, if they're comparable stats, 15% after you beat one guy and 30% after you've already beaten two guys is not a lot of damage and not for very long.
Right, especially when you can have one piece of gear that'll give you, say, 70% boost to basic damage, right? From the very beginning of the fight. Now,
and it's more useful because it's general. It's all damage.
Right.
But the way that we gear out people, the way that we have them fulfill specific roles, that doesn't matter as much.
Right.
Because we tend to prefer to have one or the other. Both helps a little bit, but not as much as you would imagine.
Right. So if you're playing not Survivor and their damage is a lot more than yours, the chance of you being able to use your one guy who has a sword to knock them out is pretty small.
Yeah.
And if you're, Survivor is obviously a different kind of kettle of fish because you're going to be facing guys that are way higher stat than you no matter what. So it's worth your trouble to try to manipulate the fight so that your one guy is the one that beats them. Yeah.
So there we go. In the store.
Okay, so I was totally wrong last time about the Femme Fatale pack, and it stayed longer than expected, and it's still there. To me, it's still the best pack for regular price, which is interesting because I hadn't noticed this last time with the Icebreaker. And somebody pointed this out, that it was at a discount, even though they hadn't marked it as a discount. And this time, the Metropolis pack, they marked it as actually having a discount. Normally, it kind of sucks as a pack. It's a discount off buying them separately. So Superman, Doomsday, Crypto Lex, Luthor. But if you're buying the daily discounted gold boosters, you have a chance of getting them anyways. Yeah. But at 25% off, it can be pretty tempting if you're trying to build up a team strong enough to farm bonus battle sticks efficiently. And Doomsday is one of the good original, in the store from the very beginning characters. So I won't rag on it too much because it's at the discounted price. It's not awful.
Yeah, and we have the Arkham Knight Harley Quinn cash pack, and that's actually $11.99 Canadian. Yeah, probably 10 US, but I'm not 100% sure. And that's probably actually one of the best prices you'll see on the cash packs because normally it's $20+.
Right.
Yeah, it's normally way more expensive. But in my humble opinion, it's still not worth it because you don't unlock it, and for one copy, I feel like it's just never worth it. It was a little different, not too different, but it was a little different when you were at least getting it before anybody else did. Right. When you were getting a brand new character, and you were getting a brand new character early, so you got to try it out in a way that only people who hacked could otherwise do.
Right.
But when it's a repeat, it just seems like it's never worth the money because you're probably going to be able to unlock it soon for no money in a little time.
If Warner Brothers wants tips from us for how to maximize their revenue now, this is not the way to do it. Cash augmentation packs are the way to go, and maybe $10-15 to unlock a character in your store. I would totally go for that, so you could use power credits to buy it.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that I would still be willing to buy even this late in Injustice lifespan, but cash pack for Harley Quinn is not.
Yeah, even though she's probably one of the best Harley Quinns.
So Survivor is still messed up in Android. Still shows LexCorp gear on the main page, and it is still giving Suicide Squad gear. So we can't get Fourth World, League of Assassins, or LexCorp gear. And if we're giving unsolicited advice to Warner Brothers, maybe let us actually use the content that you've already put into the game.
That's good advice.
So there we go. Moving on to the current glitches, remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We're Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android, but if you check the playlist, it'll be an updated, the most recent set of glitches that is still confirmed to be working.
Right. All right, so the glitch to get season rewards early is still working. We've heard lots of reports. People have been getting the rewards multiple times. We've not been able to do ourselves consistently, so if you happen to get it early, you might be stuck in not getting any more for the rest of the season. Best advice is every time you go into a multiplayer online play, if you want to avoid triggering the glitch, log in first. Use the gear, log in. If you're already logged in, log out, log in, but just log in that way first so that you are much less likely to trigger the glitch if you don't want to when you go into multiplayer online play.
And there is currently no glitch for power credits. The breakthrough glitch to let you play it repeatedly is still working, though. I guess that's some consolation. There's still some glitches that you can take advantage of.
So we've cut and pasted into the description comment from a viewer who's asked to remain nameless, who has a potential solution for people who are having trouble playing extra breakthroughs. So we can't confirm it because we're not having the problem, but it's there for you in case you are. What we used to call the alternate method for resetting the challenge, still working. It's the one that doesn't require Google Play Cloud Save, and it's been confirmed working on Dark Side.
Yeah, but the original method is patched now.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking original, the first
like
method,
3rd edition, 4th edition,
yes.
it's an iteration. What was until recently the primary method was has been patched. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working, and that's good for packs with random drops. Loot boxes is what they're officially being called. And last laugh tickets, basically just anytime you want to reset results on a random roll that you're spending some sort of resource on.
Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. So always remember, return your cooldown / countdown clock back to normal before you're finished with it.
Yeah. The free energy without having to watch the video probably still works if you still have the working button for free energy and it's not grayed out.
Right, which we don't, which is why we have to keep on saying if.
Yeah, so anybody got any suggestions for us? I think we've mostly given up on it by this point, but who knows? We'll try it out if you've got anything that you think might work.
Now that's because we're on Android. There's a comment from viewer Dragons952. We've also cut and pasted into the description as a help for iOS users. If their free energy button is grayed out, and again, because we're Android, we can't comment on the effectiveness, but let us know if you tried and if you're having trouble.
Yeah,
or if it works, actually.
Wish we could. Would be great if we could fix our own. The promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked, still has not had the right conditions since update 2.14. So, still not testable and still not usable, but we are hanging on, we are staying strong, and we're going to keep it in the playlist until we can confirm once and for all whether it's working or not. So that's going to stay in there.
Until the conditions are actually there, we can't test it to say it's not working.
Yeah. It seems like it's almost definitely purposeful on their part to avoid giving anybody the ability to use it, which makes me think that it's possible that it actually is still working if they've remained pretty consistent.
If somebody slips up and does something wrong and lets the conditions reappear.
Yeah. And
that's it for this weekend. Yeah.
Well, just to finish up, we have a Patreon, and if you want to support us with more than your views, you can go ahead and click on our avatar at the bottom right corner at the end of the video. Though if you can't, or if you decide not to for any reason, obviously we still appreciate all our viewers. And you guys, make this worth doing.
Yeah, but special thanks to Alberto Jr. Camarillo, who's supporting us at the top tier, Last Word, iProfit, who's supporting us at the Your Message Here tier, and Lane and Daniel Simonson, who support us on the credited level.
So there we go. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Komoda.